can cause a lot of damage to other parts of the house.
Hi, I'm Ashley Pratt with Intercap Lending, and today I'm here with Ian Davis from Cairn Roofing. And often we get a lot of questions about roofing related items. So I thought it'd be great to bring Ian in today and try to get some of those questions answered. So starting off, a lot of times we have buyers that are out looking for property. What are some of the things that they should be looking at as it pertains to the roof on the house?
Yeah, that's a good question, and thanks for having me on.
Yeah, sure.
So one thing that a buyer really needs to look at on their house, or on a house that they're looking to purchase, is the condition of everything that's above their head, essentially. So a lot of the people don't really look at the roof or the gutter system or how water is draining appropriately, and that can cause a lot of damage to other parts of the house. So it's important to get out there, have an inspection done on it, so you can get a kind of a good feel as to what you're walking into and if it's worth it or not.
Okay. And that leads kind of to the next question. A lot of times once a buyer is under contract and they do have that inspection done, if the inspector deems that the roof has hail damage or is damaged and needs replacement, that sometimes if that's happening within the transaction, it can cause some stress. So what are some things that a seller can do ahead of time before they list their property to make sure that their roof is in good condition, to prevent something like that from happening?
Yeah, so it always comes down to an inspection. It's always a good idea to have an inspection and sort of a running checklist of the condition of the roof so that you kind of know what to expect before you even go to sell the house. The next thing you're going to want to do is know what your insurance policy is, because if there is hail up there and we can attach that damage to a specific storm within that policy, then more than likely your insurance company will get that covered, and they can do that prior to selling the house.
Yeah, and that's awesome for sellers, because there's nothing more stressful than being a week or two from closing and realizing you have to replace the roof. And so as a seller, if you do get with Ian prior to listing your home and determine if that needs to be replaced and get that done ahead of time, not only will you avoid that stress, but you'll also get to market your house with having a brand new roof. And then lastly, as a homeowner, from a maintenance perspective, in addition to those inspections, what are some of the things that people can do to maintain the quality of their roof and extend the longevity of the roof?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Not a lot of roofers are doing this. This is something that we do. We love doing this. We have a maintenance program. And the whole point of that maintenance program is to get an idea of the condition of your roof for as long as you're living in the house. So it sort of gives you almost like if you go and get work done on your vehicle, you're going to get a list of the items that were done. And you usually hang on to that when you're going to sell that vehicle to somebody else. We do the same thing for the roof. So you always have sort of this trail of breadcrumbs of the condition of your roof, work that was done on the roof, and even hail events, if there are hail events. And you can use that when you go to sell the house. You can use that when you go to open up an insurance claim, even when you go to refi your house.
Okay, awesome. Now that seems like that would be super helpful in all of those circumstances. Another question that we get quite often from our homeowners is when we've had a hailstorm here in Colorado and they think that their roof has been damaged. What is your advice on how a homeowner should handle that as it pertains to getting a roofing company involved and the insurance company? What process should a homeowner go through to handle that?
Yeah, that's a great question, because a lot of homeowners have that question. So if you feel that you have hail damage, it's always good to get a roofer out there first prior to contacting your insurance. And the reason for that is you might not have enough damage. The way that hail usually comes through a neighborhood, it can hit your house and miss your neighbors, or vice versa. So get a roofer out there, have them do a full inspection, not just on the roof, but your entire property. Because the point of that is to hold the adjuster accountable if there's a claim and they get called out. So get a roofer on there, have them assess all the damage. If you really like that roofer, sign with them so that they can represent you on that claim. If you do sign with a roofer that can represent you on the claim, then they're going to meet the adjuster out there when you open your claim, and they're going to actually work that claim for you. They're going to have the negotiation with the adjuster, with the insurance company. They might use their own supplementing team to help you get more out of that claim. So always leverage the power of a roofer and their knowledge in the industry and the storms to help you in that case.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome advice. And this time of year where we do get a lot of rain and hail, definitely keep that in mind. So I've had the privilege of working with Ian, and they have an amazing company. A couple of things about Ian and Cairn Roofing. They won the Spark Award last year with the Better Business Bureau for Ethics, which is a really difficult award to win. So I think that speaks a lot to the way that they handle their business and how they treat their customers. Also, they have won the Top Roofer Award for Arvada, Lakewood, and Boulder for the last 2 years. So definitely, if you're a home buyer, if you're thinking of selling your home, or if you're a real estate agent looking for a great roofer, as a partner for you, definitely reach out to Ian Davis with Cairn Roofing. And we appreciate you taking the time to listen, and I appreciate you taking the time to come in and talk with us today. And we hope this information will help a lot of our customers.
Yeah, thank you so much again for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks, Ian. Okay, have a good day.